I feel the need to preference this. I don't actually believe Bigfoot exists. This is just a theory of, hypothetically, if there was a big hairy man in the forest, this is how he would come to exist. But before we get into the evidence of my theory, I'll give a little backstory of how I came up with this hypothesis. A couple months ago, I was scrolling on TikTok, and somebody posted a clip of like the Discovery documentary, 3D animated, of like the evolution of humans. And I was like, this is actually kind of interesting, and I was kind of invested in it. And so I went on YouTube and I watched it. And for some reason, while I was watching it, my mind immediately told me Bigfoot is just an evolved version of us. And considering that, like, Bigfoot theories isn't really something that gets brought up a lot in my daily life, I decided to make a video about it. Bigfoot's tall. It's in his name. Bigfoot. He's big. He's tall. If you were to go into like a really old house like that was built in like the 1800s, the doors are really small. They're shorter than doors are nowadays. And that's because the average height back then was a lot shorter than it is today. We as humans, we've been getting taller as time goes on. Do I know the scientific reasons behind that? No. And you shouldn't expect me to. I'm making a theory about Bigfoot. So, if Bigfoot really was the evolved version of us, it would make sense that he's so tall since, well, over time, we've all gotten taller. That's it. That's the main source of evidence. Yeah. Now I'm about to drop some knowledge on all the people out there who didn't grow up watching the amazing show Finding Bigfoot. Different countries actually have their own versions of Bigfoot. China has urine. Nepal has the Yeti. Indonesia has the orange pendek. Once again, this is a Bigfoot theory video, so don't expect me to be all smart, okay? Question is, what does this have to do with Bigfoot? And the answer is everything. All these Bigfoot creatures, they're all similar in a way, but different. And this would explain it. If he was an evolution, it would make sense to why they're different in different countries. Obviously, a Bigfoot in Indonesia isn't gonna look the same as a Bigfoot in like Virginia. Now, I don't know a lot about Indonesia, but I'm pretty sure Virginia is nothing like it. So obviously, they're gonna look different because they had to evolve to adapt to different scenarios. Bigfoot's hairy. All of the Bigfoots from different countries are hairy. What does him being hairy have to do with evolution? It has everything to do with evolution, okay? Have you ever watched a movie from like the 50s and ever seen one of the actors with like a beard? No. The answer is no, okay? Because they didn't like that. I don't know why. They just didn't, okay? Meanwhile, men nowadays are a lot more hairier. And look, I'm not complaining, okay? I'm not complaining at all. Now, you could just be like, oh, he's just hairy because, you know, he's an animal. He needs the hair to keep him warm like a cat or dog. And to that, I would say, have some fun. Like, oh my God, can we have some fun and be silly for once? We all got bad posture, okay? Let's be honest. And don't try to deny it, okay? I have a camera implanted in your home, and I see you hunched over your phone or laptop. I can't really see. The quality isn't that good, okay? But you're hunched over a device watching this video right now. Your posture is awful. Now look, I don't mean to sound like your grandma, but it's the truth. And Bigfoot's definitely got one, okay? Every picture of Bigfoot, he's got a hunchback. With this theory, there comes a lot of questions to be asked, and I'm not going to answer them, because I don't know the answer. For example, if Bigfoot's us, then why did he, evolve backwards? Why can't he talk? Why, does he throw rocks at people? And to that I say, maybe Bigfoot feels judged around others. I mean, everybody's going around calling him big and hairy and saying, oh, you got some big feet on you. Nobody's actually sat down and had a conversation with him. They just judge him. Maybe he bases his value of himself on what people think of him. And so the only time he feels at peace is when nobody's around. And so maybe he's gonna throw a rock or two at somebody because he wants to be left alone, because he's tired of the judgment. I don't know. Once again, this is a theory. Or this is just not an actual good theory because Bigfoot actually isn't real. And so there's not like an actual scientific reason as to why he would exist.